My name is Jason Dake, and welcome to my presentation of Applied Differentiation for Education 605 Post-University. Carol Tomlinson expresses that instructional decision-making creates varied learning options to address students' diverse readiness levels, interests, and learning preferences. Differentiation is a teacher's proactive response to the needs of the learner and shapes their minds as well as guides them by general principles of differentiation. Through environmental classroom changes, quality curriculums, assessments, instructions, and routines, teachers can begin to change traditional classrooms with various avenues of content, process, and product. These processes can determine the student's readiness, interest, and as well as develop learning profiles. Students will receive the same level of instruction here at the Learning Center, and all students must meet the same set of standards through pre-assessments and assessments to determine their readiness levels and discover the needs of the student. Additionally, learner profiles can be created, as well as student surveys and interviews, to also assess the student's needs. Assessments can help form groups and facilitate tiered assignments so that in the end, the student can make decisions based on their own understanding. Our strategy that our Learning Center incorporates for pre-learning is the Think, Pair, Share. The Think, Pair, Share is a collaborative learning strategy that helps the students work together to solve their problems and to answer any questions that they may have about their assignments. Students are allowed to think individually about a topic or answer a question and then share the ideas with their classmates. This process will maximize participation, place focus on attention, and develop conceptual understanding of the learning topic. The students will also engage with other students in comprehending the reading material, develop the ability to filter information and draw conclusions, and develop the ability to consider other points of view. Our Learning Center has realized that we should give as much ample time as it takes for the students to reach conclusions. The students will gather their information and come together as a class to discuss the effects of what was learned in their own words. During the learning or interactive activity, group learning stations will be an important factor in tier instruction. When engaging in tier instruction, content remains the same and the engagement in that content will vary because of the readiness of the student. The Learning Center divides the students into groups and by 2 or 3 different colors, depending on how many students there are. These colors represent the strength and capabilities of beginners, intermediate, and advanced students. Each student will collaborate according to the instructions. Meanwhile, as their cognitive level increases, so does the complexity of the instructions. Each student will work on given parts to make up the assignment and may switch stations with the teachers who evaluate them for their outcome and readiness. Through process, product, and resources, the students can stretch beyond their comfort zone and advance to the next color. The Learning Center finds that post-learning reflective activities can help make connections between theories and actions. By reflecting on past learning, students can consider real-world implications to help guide their future actions and activities. These actions will help the student become established academically and professionally. As mentioned, gifted students can also make discoveries by exceeding beyond their comfort zone because they may be willing to try different things or even difficult things. Content is what the student needs to learn or how the student will get access to the information they are supposed to learn. Some examples of differentiating content at the Learning Center include using reading materials that vary across readability levels. Others are putting text materials on tape or using spelling or vocabulary lists at the readiness levels of the students. Other examples can be having reading buddies, meeting with small groups to reteach an idea or skill for struggling learners, or to extend the thinking or skills of advanced learners. Through content, the students will engage in complexities while engaging at their respective stations. With process, activities in which the student engages can help them make sense of or master the content. Some examples would be to use tiered activities through which all learners work with the same important understanding and skills, but proceed with different levels of support, challenge, or complexity. Providing interest centers would encourage students to explore subsets of the class topic of particular interest to them. Developing personal agendas can be completed either during a specified agenda time or as students complete their other work early. By offering manipulatives or other hands-on supports for students who need them, and by varying the length of the class, the students may be able to provide additional support for their struggling learning abilities or to encourage an advanced learner to pursue a topic in greater depth. The use of these platforms can express interest in the activities and materials by the students. The Learning Center culminates projects that ask the students to rehearse, apply, and extend what they've learned in a unit. Examples can include giving students options of how to express required learning, such as writing letters or essays. Using rubrics can help the students to match and extend the students' varied skill levels. The student can work alone or in small groups on their project and encourage them to create their own product assignments as long as the assignments contain the required elements. Strategies for differentiated instruction can start with building relationships with my students, interviewing students, and creating learner profiles. The creation of learning stations can be used in conjunction with task cards as the students are in small groups, as well as target different senses with the assignments. Literature circles can take place in small groups of students to discuss a piece of literature in depth. The discussion is guided by students' response to what they have already read, such as the events and characters in the books or personal experiences related to the story. Open-ended questions challenge our students and learn more about how they think. This encourages extended responses with the students and allows them to reason, think, and reflect. Lastly, the students' choices in the curriculum can help the students find interesting areas in the assignments to keep their attention and help them follow through. These are just some of the many strategies that we incorporate here at the Center. My future goals include collaborating with my colleagues and peers to learn new information that I can incorporate into my next class. I would also like to bring back subjects such as tiered writing to help them gain the same equal attention as the other subjects. These type of selections will help to provide various opportunities for students to choose their content based on their interest and provide multiple ways to explore content and its outcomes. By introducing a facts chart, the students can highlight key points they can use for images that can be combined with texts. Tiered systematic charts create deeper thinking along with assessment tools, differentiating curriculums, differentiating instruction, and staff development resources. Differentiated instruction challenges all students according to their instructional level and learning style, so our Learning Center has adopted various ways to incorporate strategies by flexible grouping, offering several opportunities and choices, and asking open-ended questions. Differentiated instruction also presents a unique way of teaching in which the educator can build relationships with their students, so each one can receive the experience and tasks that improve all levels of their learning. Differentiating means to give a variety of options to the students that allow them to take in information and still meet the criteria for the classroom. Educators observe and understand both differences and similarities between their students while implementing a plan of instruction. These processes base how every student learns and interprets from ideas that are outlined in the content, and the students produce the product to show how they are learning. Thank you for being a part of the applied, differentiated instruction for our Learning Center.